3-word acronym. What are you doing to me, Richard?
I am so disorganized. What do I do now?
We better start the show before we come up with more acronyms. I'm VJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 244, Organize Your Business with SDR Methods.
Are you overwhelmed? Do you find yourself with too much to do in a day?
Yeah, are you not focusing on the important things and crushed by all the minutia?
SDR is a proven methodology that our guy Rich developed so business owners can efficiently operate and organize their business.
Yeah, S stands for streamline, D stands for delegate, and R stands for retire, SDR.
Let's walk you through each of the letters and show you how it has changed, for your business for the better and how it can impact yours. Let's do it.
So what's action one, BJ?
Sit down and make a list of all of your business activities. This is crucial to kind of get you into this mode. Use any format that's comfortable for you. Typing on your laptop, writing on a legal pad, or standing on a whiteboard. Use a medium that is familiar and comfortable so you don't have to interrupt and conflict with the flow of ideas.
Yeah, your list should include even mundane tasks like email, meetings, taking out the trash, etc. List every activity.
Then you can split your list into 3 different sections. Things you love to do, things you don't mind doing, and then things you hate to do. This will be a very good cleansing exercise.
Now you've got this list. Okay, this is important. You've got the list. Now we're going to talk about SDR. So action 2 is streamline, the S in SDR. So start reviewing every item on your list, even the fun ones, and think about how you can streamline each process, each procedure, every connection, every contact, or deliverable.
What element can you make shorter? What step can you remove? This is one of these processes that you can do over and over and over again. So when you're looking at each of these elements, you're really trying to take a critical eye to it.
Yeah, everything you do in business can be streamlined. And I have arguments sometimes with people like, oh, no, I can't. Yeah, you can. You just have to open up your imagination just a little bit and think of innovative ways to shorten, to squeeze, and to compress these things, these activities.
Right. And Rich, you have a great example of how you do this for us.
Yeah, we do it. We do it. This podcast, BJ and I have streamlined the whole writing, developing our structure, and recording each podcast down to less than an hour every week. That's why we've never missed our weekly podcast in over 4 years, because we keep streamlining it down.
Right. And, we're always looking at listening to other podcasts and finding out how did they cut that one component down. Really helps so much. Our action number 3, think about delegate. So this is where you will get the most relief. Look at all those items and decide who on your team is the best person to tackle it. You don't need to be that person every single time.
Yeah, people are like, they always say, it's going to take too long to delegate to someone. Just because you like to do something doesn't mean you are the right person to be doing a task. Delegation is the key to freeing you up to do the highest quality and the best job you can.
Delegate to technology. Rich brings this up all the time. Have a system, do what you can do. We, for instance, have a ton of high volume of photos that we need to process every week. We have the ability to batch the photos now, and that saves hours of work. Companies, for instance, are using all types of AI to, save an exceedingly large amount of time. Be open. Look at the task and say, hey, can technology solve that?
Yeah. And when you delegate, add accountability to each delegated task. Say, check back in a couple of times before you let the person handle it completely and provide great feedback. They will gain confidence, you'll gain trust, and you've delegated it.
Yeah. And you know what? This might be the time to take back a task that you've delegated to others, in the past. This is definitely a two-way street. And remember, this is the best. Whatever you're doing at this point is the best for your growing company.
Yeah, delegation is key. A lot of business owners don't want to do it because they're afraid that the other person isn't going to do it better. And what usually happens, they not only do it better, they do it faster than you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the first things I think about is bookkeeping.
Yeah.
A lot of people are resident to, are kind of nervous about doing it. And next thing you know, you are in heaven to
Yeah.
not have that as part of what you need to take care of.
So action 4 is the final letter of SDR. It's retire. In other words, stop doing things. We use the word retire. It's an IT term because we don't want you to eliminate or kill that area. We just want you to stop doing it. You can always go back.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? As in IT, you never throw away code. You just retire it for the time being. And you see how the new process works without it. IT is one of those areas where everything's changing all the time. People are very innovative and they'll go from 5 lines of code down to 2 just to see, can the whole system work with just these 2 lines? It's like almost a game, right? And
Yeah.
think of that type of idea when you're thinking about your business processes.
And you never throw away the old code. You just retire it. Sometimes it's really hard to toss something into the trash bin. And that's not what we want you to do. So just retire it. Stop doing it. Put it in a box in the closet. Let people know you're taking a short break from it, from doing this.
Yeah. And really, it's one of those things you can always come back to it if you need it in the future. If you need to do 6, 12, 18 months from now, open the box, start using it again. Don't feel bad about that. We have a great camera. We have a camera in the office that we absolutely used all the time. And then obviously iPhone cameras have expanded to such a crazy amount, and you could do video and so many things. And we put that camera on the shelf for a little while. And then the other day we realized, you know what? We need to use that camera for these certain things. And out it comes again. And here we go. So be flexible.
Yeah, but if you haven't touched it in 2 to 3 years,
I know.
probably
That's a different
stop
story.
doing it and toss it. You could just toss it away.
Yeah.
One thing I've done recently in my business is for 12, 13 years, I took client notes on paper because it gave me flexibility. I liked writing. I could draw. I didn't need to stick to a convention, on technology. And I started realizing I was accumulating huge amounts of paper. And I decided about 1.5 years, 2 years ago to just start taking notes on my computer. And it's been phenomenal. And all of my notes now, my client notes that I took 10 years ago, I've tossed. I shredded and tossed them. But it's just been so just retiring the process of taking notes has been phenomenal.
We have we had a binder system. We were known for our binders. The binder would come out at every meeting and we would have in there notes from way back and all of that kind of stuff. Then Rich goes down this path he's talking about the notes. We put all our notes on the computer, and now you just do word search and you find that little part about Tasmania and you're back in action again. It's just the absolute best to be able to have everything at your fingertips.
So what's our resource? What's our resource this week?
You're going to like this book. You're going to like it. Big Enough: Building a Business That Scales with Your Lifestyle. And Lee Lefevre wrote this book.
I think he's married to Johnny Fever from WKRP, I think.
Is that right? I didn't know that. Gives an inside look at the building of scalable, product-focused businesses while never compromising on the quality of life. You're hearing a lot from people of all different generations here in the workforce. And this book is very spot on.
Yeah, Lee and his wife, Sachi, built a home-based business that was profitable yet small enough to pivot and innovate. It's like a story of him starting the business, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. And what is kind of cool is he takes you through multiple business models that they pursued. So, marketplace, digital product licensing, subscription services. He just took you through like all these things. And I'm telling you, what a lifesaver to get to read the process they went through. Really interesting.
Absolutely. It's always great to see what other businesses do. You always get one or two good ideas from it. And this is a great book just to follow their story and their success and how they've been doing things.
Yeah, I really love it. And, this really goes into the whole concept we've been talking about today, where don't be married to the exact way you're doing everything. Be flexible, be pivot, and constantly be thinking of improving that business of yours. We have a great premier sponsor today.
Yeah, and it's BJ. BJ is our sponsor. It's time to take a critical look at your branding, your messaging, and your marketing. New Renew is the innovative team for you. From on-point branding to sales materials and the best websites, reach out to BJ at New Renew Brand Marketing at NURENU.com.
And I can't finish the podcast without talking about our other premium sponsor. Are you finding your business overwhelming? Are your day-to-day activities dragging you down? Is your to-do list a mile long? Talk to Rich so that he can help you simplify and organize your business, your staff, and your client base. Since it's getting warmer out and the trees are exploding, Rich is offering a complimentary spring coaching chat for all of our podcast listeners. All of them, Richard?
Everyone.
Okay. We're opening this up. Contact Rich at richg.com. There's a calendar link on his homepage for making scheduling easier.
Thanks to our producer and Prince of Podcasts, Richard Scalzo, who always delivers his A game, bringing you the best small business podcast every Tuesday.
Have an unbelievable week and catch you later.